Hello there. So, Erin Bradley here, and it is the time of year for many of us when, especially if you have kiddos around that are occupying your time, or you have experiences that you want to be traveling, you want to be camping, and all of a sudden the demands of our days are overwhelming our capacity for attention, energy, and the ability to operate at peak performance levels. And so what ends up happening to most of us is that we sort of survive the summertime, the craziness of summer, and we get to the fall and it's like we just got done running a marathon and we feel exhausted. And so this is the time of year to be really increasing your awareness to what is it that shows up in your day that energizes you, and what is it that drains you, and how can you take back the wheel of your life and business. So we were talking this morning on a team call about how often you get to the end of the day and you feel like you've just been a passenger in the back of a speeding train that's just going off the rails all the time, right? And so anyhow, there was a really good book, and I'm sure I've shared this here before, but just in case you're new to these videos, it's called Free to Focus. And I read it, I think in 2019 for the first time, but I've read it a number of times since. And I've shared it with many of my coaching clients because it has a very specific strategy for increasing your awareness around the activities that should be allowed onto your calendar today, regardless of what was allowed onto your to-do list a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, etc. And so it helps you to categorize certain activities, relationships, commitments in your calendar to label them as one of 4 categories. The desire zone, which means I'm passionate and proficient, which is where I should be spending 70 to 80% of my time in the areas where I'm enjoying the work and it moves the needle for me. There's the distraction zone, which is proficient, not passionate, meaning that it's fun, but it doesn't move the needle, which is pretty straightforward. That should be eliminated. And then there's the disinterest zone, which is I'm good at it, proficient, but not passionate. So I'm good at it, but I don't necessarily enjoy it. And many of you have heard me talk about this before, but Michael Hyatt is the author of this book. And he says that the trouble with the disinterest zone is that many people will get stuck there for years or even decades because that's what pays the bills. But we feel resistance around these disinterest zone and distraction activities. And then the fourth one is drudgery, which is neither proficient nor passionate. I don't enjoy it and it doesn't move the needle. So what we need to be doing systematically as we evolve as human beings is recognize the fact that just because you were great at something in the past and it challenged you and it was exciting doesn't necessarily mean you love it today. And that is totally okay. You may not be the right person for that job anymore because you might need to be evolving into new desire zone activities that really help you get to the next level in your life and business. So when we find ourselves bottlenecking with our energy and plateauing with our production, it's because we're hitting that limit of our capacity of time and energy and happiness. We talk about this all the time. We're not hitting the limit of your potential. Your capacity for growth is unlimited. In any area of your life, you are able to improve and transform time and again if you are willing to listen to your body, notice your energy, notice when you're procrastinating, resisting, or moving unchecked boxes from one day to the next. These are the things that you want to wake up to and ask yourself, do I still love this? Did I ever love this? Does it move the needle? And if it does, am I the only person that can do it? Does it need to be eliminated? Could it be done by somebody else? And if it has to be done by me and it falls into any one of the bottom 3 categories of, well, we should just eliminate distraction. But if it falls into any of the categories like disinterest or drudgery, we might need to be evaluating whether that should stay with us. And if it has to stay with us, then we need to work on batching those items. So if you are experiencing success, but also experiencing the overwhelm that comes along with it, and then the resistance and the burnout that comes on the heels of that, then stay tuned, please, on the weekly videos because I'll be sharing a lot of tidbits here. And then stay tuned for the 4th quarter coaching programs that I'll be announcing in around August, September, because I'm going to be opening up some more slots for folks who really need help. You're already successful. Your potential is limitless, and you just need help identifying areas that need to be reorganized in such a way that your business supports the dream life you've always imagined, which is available to you always. So let's get it. hit me back with some feedback, questions, or if there's any areas that you're struggling in particular. I would love to be a resource to you. I appreciate you. Make it an awesome day, and I'll see you next time.